Morning beautiful people, welcome to Kate Space. I'm Kate from Pixie Designs and today I'm bringing you my sample design team project. It's a little journal that I've made primarily using her Still Life digital kit. I have used others throughout as well, so I'll list them here and I'll list them below. If you see something that you would like to use in your own projects and you can't find it, just flick me a message or comment down below or email, whatever you like. So yes, Still Life is the main kit I've used. I've also used Sepia Couture, Springtime in France, Lazy Days, Lady in White and French Bureau. I think that's all. So I hope you enjoy it. It's a 3 signature journal with a 3.5 centimeter spine, and it's made out of a antique book. I've made the spine a little bit bigger, and as you can see, it's stuffed full of goodies. So let's get into it. I've closed it with just some sort of slightly tatty looking sari silk ribbon, and on that is this beautiful vintage cameo brooch, which I found at a vintage market recently, and it's been sitting there and I looked at it and I thought, I think this would look really good just sitting on top of that ribbon in this journal. So there's that, and then this wraps around. Now this is not the cover of the book, this is a writing board, so that just simply ties around. So the book is this sort of brown cover. As you can see, it's got some fading and aging on it because it is over 100 years old. And I've made this writing board in case anyone who purchased it did want to write in here, and there's lots of lumpy bits and bobs. So this is a picture from Still Life. I've also used some of her label-y type things. I can't remember what the name of the kit is. So this is an end paper from a different book, in actual fact, also from the 1800s, and this is one of the images from the kit. So yeah, so that's a nice sort of sturdy board that could be used to lean on if you were doing some work in this journal. I've made a journal card, or big card here. I had a whole lot of scraps, and one night I took them all upstairs, and in front of the TV I made some sort of masterboard type things and cut them up, and I've used them throughout the journal, and I'm really happy with how they've turned out. I've fussy cut this one out, as you can see, and I've resined a little bit of one of the pictures into this little jewelry piece, and yeah, it's plain on the back and it's stitched around. Here's the inside front cover. I didn't want to cover this up. I really love it, so I've left it as is, but it could be added to or put a pocket or something on it if someone wanted to. So this is from the Still Life, and I've sized them down smaller. My goal with this book was to use as many pages out of the book as I could fit back in, because it's just this really beautiful paper. So this book is A Poet's Harvest Home from 1893. I've used some New Zealand postage stamps here that I think are pretty old, and I have used lots of texture paste throughout. A little collage on this page and here. And this wraps around, as you can see, and this journaling card is one of the collage journaling cards I made, and that is just with a little flower with some lace stapled at the top and also sewn around, held in place by a rusty paper clip. Some vintage or antique lace, I don't know which. I think that might be from Lavish Laces, that one. I have used a lot of washi and masking tape to reinforce the pages. This is printed onto some really lightly tea-dyed 100-year sem paper. This is some lovely sort of almost watercolory paper that I've embossed, and then I've added one of the old book pages on the back. This is a digital here, and in here, this is from her shipping tags, I think, or luggage tags. And this is a copy of a cabinet card that I own, and I've reproduced that. So again, lots and lots of pages from the original book, and I haven't obviously rubbed out the notations in here. I can't remember what this kit is from. It might be from In the Garden or something like that. I have included a piece of New Zealand ephemera from 1947 in there. Here's a vintage ticket, a genuine vintage ticket, a copy of one of my photographs which I love, and then an embossed frame. And on here there's lots of texture paste stenciling. I made a little tab out of some of the kit and put an eyelet in it, and on there is a little Tim Holtz gem and another one of those resined pieces, and in there is a little bit of lace. This opens up and we have a genuine vintage or antique postcard. I don't know what the date is. It's old, but I love the roses on that. And then this little card that I made from the kit. She has, in the kit there's some tags, and I actually cut the scalloped edge off them and turned them just into little plain cards. This page here is a large pocket that loads from the top with lots of lace and a rusty safety pin. And here's a tag that I made, again with some more roughly lace on it. Oh, seam binding, and this beautiful vintage lace that my sister Jo gave me. Another digital, and this is also a pocket. And in here is a French letter from 1918, all in French. But more texture paste, some vintage music, blank music manuscript, and that's the end of the first signature. And so yeah, another one of the pages from the book, and this beautiful swan image with some dotted Swiss over the top and a little bit of lace there. And here it's sort of all folded. I've clipped in this little French flash card or vocab card. I've added a little snippet there, and on this side I have a rose petal on there, and this, I'll put a sticker on here, and this is a resined vintage French stamp. Another New Zealand stamp and something from the kit. That's from Sepia Couture. Some more beautiful sort of like a handmade type paper that I've embossed, and again I've put one of the pieces of the book and some embossing, stenciling up there. This is a little pocket, a little collaged pocket on here, and in here is a little vintage sort of greeting card type thing, and a Rolodex card and a blank library catalogue card, but I love the aging on that, and I thought someone might like to have a play with those. This opens out, and over the page we have some more embossed paper, and I've added some sort of red paint and coffee to that to kind of make it look a little bit grungy and to sort of mirror this colour here. And another handmade card just with a bit of lace attached, blank on the back, and another snippet. And on this page we have a pocket made with this part of the digital. I love that image, and inside a tag made with the something from the kit, and this lovely snippet up the top here, and a resined little tiny tag that's resined on both sides. So I printed these like, I don't know, 16 to a page or something, and then cut them all out and put them on board, and yeah, it's made them into little charms. So there's a rusty safety pin there, a embossed frame here, and one of the Poole slide dies that I've just left as is for someone to use in the journal or elsewhere. Another piece of New Zealand ephemera here from 1947, which I've added a fussy cut rose to. And this is a belly band made out of some beautiful heavy sort of ribbon. A little tuck spot here, this little rose sticker, and another sort of journaling spot, I guess, and opening up. This is just some coffee dyed or tea dyed sort of note paper, and again that image from the kit, and that's the beautiful paper under there with another fussy cut rose there. So again, the similar kind of ribbon to the belly band, but I made this one into a pocket. It's much wider with these beautiful roses on it. This is a little handmade tag from a Redoute book of roses, and it's backed onto some very old cards, so it's a nice heavy sort of tag. And some more New Zealand ephemera from 1951, and this is from 1934. I think that's one of the checks that I have. So some beautiful New Zealand and not New Zealand ephemera in here. This is a little fold out piece under this lovely lace belly band, and I've used this picture from the kit, put a little bit of stickles on her necklace because I don't know why, because I wanted to. And this is a piece of old ledger from 1905, and in here we have some vintage tickets, a vintage postcard, and a little note piece. Yeah, so that just tucks in there. This is obviously just a ruffle with some lace, and there's a Tim Holtz pin there that you can, it's one of those ones you can stick something in the top. I don't know what they're called. And that's some more of their book page, more book page with a big beautiful snippet on there. And here's one of the tags I made. So this is one of the tags that has a scalloped edge, but I just wanted to make it really a lot less. I didn't want to cut around them all. And it's backed onto some very old foxed cardstock. Another image from the kit onto the beautiful old book page, some more of the blank music manuscript. It's a little guest check just sort of stapled on here, but this is serrated so you could actually rip it off, so it can be removed. Some more texture paste stenciling here. And in this little pocket is just a little bit of leftover music paper with a rose image on it, a bunch of numbers. These are my cool vintage auctioneer's numbers that I've coffee dyed, another little frame, another little ticket, and a genuine vintage, I think these are, yeah, Will's cigarette card with a beautiful rose image on it. In here I have a photo from, I don't know which kit this photo is from, I have to be honest with you, and I've backed that onto some old card that is in one of those very old photo albums, so you can still see all the paper, and it had a little kind of bend in it here, so I've used some old sellotape, but I've aged that up and I think that looks amazing. And in here I've made a little envelope out of this image here. I've made a little envelope and I've attached this little snippet to it and used some old masking tape, and in here is just a piece of the digital kit, a little rose sticker, and another one of those, another couple of the tags. This little envelope was inspired by Danielle from Evelyn and Sage Avenue. Oh, I'm going to have trouble closing that, so I might just leave that to the side for now. Here's another little sort of vocab card. This is an English one. It just says start, and I put a little snippet on there. I've got another little snippet down here. This opens up. some more pages from the book and some more texture paste. And this is a pocket as well, this page, and in here I've got this card, and it's got, oh, that's from a lace or doily kit of Sam Poole's. And on the back here is this beautiful embossed frame onto some sort of lovely sort of handmade-ish type paper. And another little snippet up here. So this page I've stamped a rose, and on here we've got one of Sam's stencils, one of the little slide dies, and I've put some little baby's breath in there, and it's got another one of those little resined charms I've made, and a key. Another one, another book page with a rose sticker and some of the lovely texture paste. Another little page that's from the kit. A little collage here with a vintage New Zealand stamp that's been resined. Here's one of my little hidden journaling spots that I did a video on not long ago, and I will link that below, or it will come up on your screen. And so this opens up, and I have placed a little button card. This is one of Sam's button cards, and I've got a couple of little bits of scraps of sort of lace on here, and some mother of pearl buttons sewn on so they can be used, and one of the stamped roses which I fussy cut, and then there's a little bit of space there that could be utilised somehow. So that's that little thing, and there's a very old pin there that I had, and I've been saving it for something, and there it is, it goes in there. And tucked behind here is another one of the little tags that I put onto that really old foxed cardstock. This lady is cut out of a very old book. In here I just have slipped a really old like library catalogue card divider. I think that came with my library catalogue cards that I sell in my shop. And this is a glassine bag. I bought this from Francis at Ruby Sixpence shop, and I've resized it down to fit into this journal. And in here is an old envelope from 1952, which is opened out. I was obviously going to use it in the book, but I didn't, so that slips in there. This is a rose that I fussy cut, and this is some very old vintage wallpaper that I've backed again with that very old fox cardstock and a lovely big bow, lace bow on top. A wax seal with some lace, vintage lace, and this is from Lavish Laces, this lace. This beautiful stamp that is my friend Barb's, and I stamped a whole lot of things and I'm slowly putting them into journals. I just think that's the most beautiful stamp. And that's stamped onto this beautiful purple paper. I don't know if you can see the colour there. It's a really deep purple, and I've used this washi tape to make it into a tip-in. And this is some book of the book page. This is from Sepia Couture, I'm pretty sure. Another one of the little tags, and one of my library catalogue cards that I sell in my shop, and that's been embossed. Another one of the little cards, paper clipped on here, and some more texture paste. This little photo is, I think, from Garden Memories. I had printed it out and not used it in my last project, and it comes out of those photo corners, and this actually flips up. So this is very lightly tea stained paper that I've printed this onto. And this is a card that I've made. I first started off, I had in my head that I was going to print the digitals onto the book pages, and I had a little play with that, but I just was really struggling with getting the sizing right, and I wasn't happy with it. So this is one of those. So as you can, I think you can see the writing through there. So that's printed on to the actual 100-year-old book page, and there's some just coffee dyed paper on the back with a little bit of a slight pattern to it, a ruffle and a wax seal, and that just sits there. I haven't done anything to the back. I love how it looks all old like that. So yeah, that is my wee book. I hope you enjoyed that flip through. I was going to set it to music, but then I just thought I'd chat my way through it instead. And I hope you liked it. I hope you liked the journal. I hope you're all well. And I will see you again soon in the next video. Bye, everybody.